Hello speech class, my name is KoreyJ and I'll be doing today's speech on life's a journey, not a destination. I was born in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. I lived there for about 19 years. I played lots of sports, soccer, football, basketball. I ran track as well. Soccer was a huge thing when I was in elementary school and middle school. My dad took me to places all over the Minnesota, and I loved every step of it. And another thing I used to do in my spare time, when about 9 years old, when I got my first video game console, and ever since then I've been hooked to video games. And my first video game was Zelda, and Zelda's probably still my favorite game, along with playing Mario, played Final Fantasy, Metroid. When I wasn't enjoying my time, I was at school. At school, I did pretty well at first until I reached high school. I just didn't care too much about it. I wish I could go back and change it, but life is life. You can't really, once it's done, it's done. But during school, I got into another video game called Halo, and I went to Halo tournaments all over the United States. I went to Dallas, I went to Orlando, I went to St. Louis, Chicago, Toronto, Canada, and I played Major League Gaming tournaments and won money sometimes. It was fun, it was a good time, but it was time to move on. And after that, I got a job. I started working at a sports bar when I was about 16 years old. I worked there for about 3 years, and in that time I also worked at a club. I met this guy, the manager of the club, and he was in the Army for 20 years, and he was a military police officer, and he gave me the idea about joining the military. That's when I decided to join the Air Force. I joined Air Force Security Forces. I've been in the military for about 5 years now. I love it. It's a great choice. It gets you on your feet. It's good for school, it's done everything for me. My first duty station was Albuquerque, New Mexico, in Kirtland Air Force Base. I was there for about 2 years. It was not the best assignment for me at the time. I was a single man, and I just didn't really enjoy it. Always working, it was difficult. But then I got orders to Italy after when I was there. Everybody was just shocked from getting out of there that I got Italy. It was pretty awesome. I love it. This is a view of one of my friend's houses here. It's awesome. There's Lake Garda, and there's part of the Swiss Alps. I just love it. Here's a picture of me and my wife. I met my wife here. She's from Moldova. Her name's Sabina Pascaru, now married. We're Sabina Junkers. Been married for about a year now. We just had our anniversary in September. Some pictures of us traveling. This is Verona, the arena. This is the Duomo, Milan. Me and my daughter in Switzerland. We had a daughter here. We had her about a year and a half ago now, and it was just the greatest thing of my life. I just love her so much. This is us in Belgium. I did the Tough Mudder in the UK, so lots of traveling since I've been here. Oktoberfest, we recently went to Oktoberfest. There's a picture of my daughter when she was first born, Vikings fan. And after we had our daughter, we had the wedding in Venice. It was the greatest. We had my mom there, my sister, my dad unfortunately couldn't go. All of her family's great. Their family just does everything for us. It's awesome having such a diverse family. And I recently just made Staff Sergeant. I put on 3 months ago, so it's another step in my career. And hopefully within this year, I'll be an Air Force linguist. I'll be going to Monterey, California, hopefully learning Russian, since my wife knows Russian. And within about 2 months now, I will be going to Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana. And hopefully everything goes well there. That'll be my first time for my wife to be in the States. that concludes my speech. Have a good day.